Mina the Hollower, delayed launch, strategic implications. A protracted development cycle presents both risk and opportunity for Yacht Club Games and the broader indie adventure market. The announcement of Mina the Hollower's delayed release, now slated for May 29, 2026, following a 6-month postponement, warrants a comprehensive strategic assessment.
The delay, attributed primarily to final polish and balancing, coupled with the game's ambitious scope and pedigree from Shovel Knight creator Yacht Club Games, introduces a complex set of variables. This shift necessitates a re-evaluation of marketing strategies, production timelines, and potentially, the game's perceived value proposition within a competitive landscape dominated by AA titles and increasingly sophisticated indie offerings.
The extended development period underscores the inherent challenges of balancing creative vision with rigorous quality assurance, particularly for smaller development teams operating with limited resources. Furthermore, the confirmation of multiple platform releases Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series X and PC amplifies the logistical and financial considerations demanding a meticulously coordinated launch campaign.
Ultimately, the success of Mina the Hollower hinges on Yacht Club Games' ability to effectively manage this protracted timeline and translate the game's unique aesthetic and gameplay mechanics into a compelling and polished experience.
The Zelda influence and market positioning. Yacht Club Games' strategic alignment with The Legend of Zelda creates both a competitive advantage and a potential point of vulnerability. The deliberate emulation of The Legend of Zelda aesthetic and overhead Game Boy Color style represents a shrewd strategic move, leveraging the established brand recognition and nostalgic appeal of Nintendo's flagship franchise.
This conscious borrowing allows Yacht Club Games to immediately signal the game's core identity and target a specific demographic, capitalizing on the enduring popularity of classic 8-bit and 16-bit adventure games. However, this reliance on a well-established intellectual property also introduces a significant degree of competitive pressure, demanding that Mina the Hollower demonstrably differentiate itself to avoid being perceived as a mere imitation.
The protracted delay, initially framed as a minor delay concerning final polish and balancing, highlights a critical vulnerability and overestimation of development time and a potential lack of robust project management practices. This extended timeline necessitates a recalibration of marketing efforts, emphasizing the game's unique features and demonstrating tangible progress to maintain investor and consumer confidence.
Moreover, the confirmed digital-only release strategy, mirroring Yacht Club Games' approach with Shovel Knight, presents a deliberate choice emphasizing accessibility and potentially reducing production costs, but may also limit the game's reach to a segment of the market prioritizing digital distribution.
Data-driven delay and production risk. The extended development cycle exposes vulnerabilities in resource allocation and potential quality control challenges. The 30-week delay, resulting from the initial final polish and balancing announcement, reveals a significant operational risk within Yacht Club Games' development process.
While the intent to prioritize quality is commendable, the prolonged period of uncertainty introduces substantial financial and logistical complications, potentially impacting the company's overall production capacity and diverting resources from future projects. The confirmation of multiple platform releases, Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC, further exacerbates this risk, requiring parallel development efforts and potentially increasing the likelihood of technical challenges or scope creep.
The $19.99 price point, aligning with comparable indie adventure titles, represents a measured approach to value proposition, but must be coupled with demonstrable quality and compelling gameplay to justify the investment. A key area of concern lies in the potential for further complications arising from the extended timeline, demanding rigorous project management, proactive risk mitigation strategies, and a commitment to transparent communication with stakeholders.
Ultimately, the success of Mina the Hollower hinges on Yacht Club Games' ability to effectively manage these inherent risks and deliver a polished, engaging experience within a constrained timeframe.
Strategic projections and future risk mitigation. A cautious outlook anticipates continued market volatility and necessitates proactive adaptation for Yacht Club Games. Given the protracted development cycle and the current state of the gaming industry characterized by intense competition and evolving market trends, A conservative projection anticipates continued market volatility surrounding Mina the Hollower's launch.
The delayed release places the game at a significant disadvantage compared to titles released closer to the competitive window, potentially impacting initial sales figures and long-term visibility. However, the game's unique aesthetic and the established reputation of Yacht Club Games could mitigate some of these risks, particularly if effectively communicated through a targeted marketing campaign emphasizing the game's nostalgic appeal and distinct gameplay.
Future strategic considerations must prioritize proactive risk mitigation, including establishing robust project management protocols, diversifying development resources, and maintaining transparent communication with investors and consumers. Furthermore, Yacht Club Games should explore opportunities to leverage the game's success to build brand recognition and establish a loyal fanbase, potentially informing the development of future projects.
Ultimately, the long-term success of Mina, the Hollower, depends on Yacht Club Games' ability to adapt to the evolving demands of the market and demonstrate a commitment to delivering a high-quality, engaging experience, despite the inherent challenges posed by the extended development timeline.